video, I want to show you how to machine a part on the CNC router. First thing you're going to do is open the articulated lamp file in your assignments folder. Not the one you modified, but the one that's as it started. Then you're going to navigate to your turn-in folder, and then you're going to go File, Save As to save it in that location. I'm going to save it in General for me. Alright, so I've got that file saved. Next, I'm going to go back to my assignments folder and open the toolpath masters file. Now you should have two files open, articulated lamp and toolpath masters. Okay, going back to articulated lamp, you're going to turn off everything except for the part you're making. I'm going to make the base plate this time. So I'm going to turn off all these. And if you want to be quick about it, you can click on something, hold shift and click on something else, right click on that and say show hide. It'll turn off all of those. Alrighty, now we're going to cut out this part first by switching from design to manufacture. You'll see all of your toolbars change and everything's different. Now we're going to switch from, we're going to create a setup to tell the machine where the part is, where the wood is we're cutting it out of, and where 0, up, down, right, left, and back and forth are. So we're going to go Setup, New Setup. It defaults like this. We're going to first make sure our part is selected, or parts if you're making multiple. There's that one. And then I'm going to click on the work axis coordinates here. So right now Z is going left, right. We want it to go up, down. So I'm going to click on the not pointy end of the Z axis. That's this part right here. And then we're going to click on a flat surface to make it perpendicular to that. Now Z is going up. If it were going down, you can click on the pointy end of the arrow and it would flip it up and down like so. If it mattered which way the longer axis of this was, then we would orient the x-axis with something longer or shorter, but it doesn't matter in this case. And then we're going to click on this dot. Right now it defaults to the center of the part at the top of the stock. We need it to go to the bottom of the stock and also to the corner that would be make x and y positive. Right now x is positive, y is positive, and z is positive. And we are at the bottom corner. If you don't put it on the bottom corner, you can cause damage to the table. So make sure that you do put it on the bottom corner. All right, got our body selected. We've got our work axes in the correct orientation. Now we're going to switch to stock. In stock, we're telling the machine what kind of wood we're cutting it out of and how big it is. Not what kind, just how big it is. Stock side offset is first make sure the mode is a relative size box. So the stock is shown relative to the size of the part, and we're going to do relative to the side 1 inch around, and relative to the top we're going to go 0 inches up, so nothing. This says our stock width is 10, our stock depth is almost 8, and our stock height Z is 0.5. That all makes sense. Remember 10x and 8y in this case. Click OK. Now I'm going to rename my setup by slow double clicking on it. 10x 8y, and now I know that this setup requires 10 in the x direction and 8 in the y direction. If you want to be extra thorough, you could say half, or does it let you say 0.5 z? I think it does. Yeah, it does. So that's how thick the z axis is as well. All right, now go to Toolpath Master. Inside of Toolpath Master, you'll see a part that's random that it has a way to cut non-vertical surfaces with a 1/4 bit 3D contour. It has a way to cut a hole, which is not pictured right now, and I'll show you why, because I don't want this to have a default in it, but it would be that hole there. And we have an inside contour and an outside contour. You always want to do them in this order. Cut funny shaped things and pockets first, and then cut inside shapes after that. And then you want to cut out the outside so that the part is free at that point. If you don't do it in that order, it can move around and get all bumped up and not work. So I'm going to, I don't need this one. I do need this one. I'm going to right click on it and copy. And go back to articulated lamp, right click on my setup and paste. It doesn't show up, very confusing. Have to click the down arrow to see it. It's right here. There's the pocket, right click on the pocket, edit the pocket, and we want to select the lowered surface, not the contour, the lowered surface here to machine, and click OK. Now the machine is cutting out that surface right there. You can see how it doesn't get a sharp corner because the bit is round. All right, the only other one we need is an outside contour. Go back to Toolpath Masters, select the last one, outside contour, and copy. Go back to articulating lamp, right click on setup and paste. And now we can generate this one. And it just knows how to cut things out just like that. Next, we would bring this to the machine by first save this, make sure this is the file I'm actually going to give you credit for. Then you're going to go right click on this setup, post process. You don't have this ShopBot preloaded in, that's our machine. So to find it, you click on the select posts from library. Then you click on Fusion Library and you search for the letters S as in snake, B as in boy, and P as in play. And then we're going to go to ShopBot Tools, ShopBot Open right there. Yeah, that's correct, not the HandyBot. And hit select. And then we're going to click copy, post to my, save this in your local. I think there's other options, but I think just save it to your computer for now. Copy to my posts. And then name number is going to be your name, and then 10x 8y or whatever your setup is. I don't think you can save it with a decimal, so you could write half ply on here, and then you know you're cutting it out of 1/2-inch plywood. And then find your flash drive right here and click post. All right, that's it. We'll do the next step where we actually machine these things next time.